5 overlooked body areas that can impact your health and longevity. Did you know neglecting certain areas during your shower routine could potentially impact your health and longevity? It might sound surprising or even alarming, but emerging research continues to highlight the connection between thorough hygiene practices and overall wellness, especially for older adults. As we age, our bodies change in ways that make proper hygiene not just about cleanliness, but about disease prevention. Many seniors unknowingly skip crucial body areas during their daily shower, creating perfect environments for bacterial growth, fungal infections, and chronic inflammation, all of which can lead to more serious health complications over time. In this comprehensive guide, we're exploring 5 critical body areas that older adults frequently overlook during hygiene routines. These spots silently collect bacteria, excess moisture, and potential pathogens that can compromise your immune system and overall health when left unattended. From circulation problems to infections that develop gradually without obvious symptoms, these often neglected areas deserve your attention more than you might realize. Stay with us until the conclusion, because one of these areas takes mere seconds to clean yet has a direct connection to your immune system functioning. This small daily habit could provide more health protection than you ever imagined. Let's begin our exploration of better hygiene for better health. The feet, your foundation, deserves proper care. One of the most commonly overlooked areas that can silently undermine your health if not cleaned properly is your feet. Many believe a casual rinse as shower water runs down is sufficient. However, for seniors who may already experience reduced circulation, diabetes complications, or naturally weakened immunity, inadequate foot hygiene essentially invites harmful microorganisms to establish themselves. Fungal infections particularly thrive in the warm, moist environments found between toes and underneath toenails. What begins as a seemingly minor case of athlete's foot can rapidly evolve into something far more serious for older adults, conditions like cellulitis or non-healing skin ulcers that require intensive medical intervention. Perhaps most concerning is that many seniors don't detect early warning signs of foot problems due to age-related decreased nerve sensitivity. An infection might progress considerably before becoming noticeable, making treatment substantially more challenging and prolonged. By that point, the damage may already be significant. Beyond fungal concerns, accumulated dead skin cells, deeply cracked heels, and persistent moisture can all compromise your skin's natural protective barrier, significantly increasing vulnerability to infections that can potentially enter your bloodstream and create systemic issues. The encouraging news? Just 10 to 15 seconds of deliberate cleaning per foot, carefully cleaning between each toe, gently addressing the area under nails, and paying attention to heel surfaces, can dramatically reduce these risks. The process doesn't end with washing either. Thoroughly drying your feet and applying appropriate moisturizer can help maintain skin integrity and resilience against external threats. Consider this daily routine not merely as personal grooming but as essential vascular care. The scalp, more than just hair care. Many seniors mistakenly believe that with thinning hair or shorter, low-maintenance hairstyles comes reduced need for scalp attention. This misconception overlooks an important fact: your scalp remains living skin tissue that requires regular care regardless of hair coverage. When neglected, the scalp becomes an ideal collection site for excess oils, perspiration, accumulated dead skin cells, and environmental contaminants. Over time, this buildup doesn't remain isolated. It triggers inflammatory responses that affect your immune system, weakens your skin's defensive barrier, and creates conditions for persistent irritation and discomfort. For older adults especially, scalp health transcends mere appearance concerns. Chronic dryness or persistent flaking can foster low-grade infections that compromise skin integrity. In more advanced cases, bacteria colonizing the scalp may infiltrate microscopic breaks in skin tissue or weakened hair follicles, problems that become increasingly common with advancing age. Here's something particularly noteworthy. Your scalp contains one of the body's highest concentrations of sebaceous glands, meaning oil accumulation occurs more rapidly here than almost anywhere else. When left unwashed, these oils oxidize, harden, and create ideal environments for potentially harmful microorganisms invisible to the naked eye. For individuals in their 60s and beyond, this doesn't just mean discomfort. It represents an unnecessary infection risk that often remains undetected until significantly advanced. While many older adults reduce shampooing frequency believing it protects fragile hair, completely skipping regular cleansing can ultimately cause more harm than benefit, particularly for those with fine hair, minimal hair coverage, or thinning at the crown. Even gentle scalp massage for several minutes during washing provides multiple benefits: improved blood circulation throughout the head and neck region, enhanced lymphatic drainage, and documented improvements in mental clarity and stress reduction. This makes it not just a cleanliness ritual but a holistic health practice. So remember, whether your hair is shortened, thinning, or entirely absent, your scalp still deserves consistent attention. Wash it intentionally, massage it gently, and provide it with appropriate care. Your entire body will benefit from this simple yet impactful hygiene practice in ways you might not immediately recognize. If you're still engaged with this information and finding value in these insights, please comment number 2 below to indicate your continued interest. And if you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing and activating notifications to ensure you receive all our future content. Your support enables us to continue creating educational resources to inform and inspire your health journey. Now, let's continue with our next crucial area. The navel area. Small space, big impact. The belly button represents one of your body's smallest features, yet paradoxically ranks among the most neglected and surprisingly bacteria-rich areas. As aging naturally reduces flexibility, small recessed areas like the navel frequently escape attention during regular showering routines. You might dismiss it thinking, it's such a tiny spot, how significant could it be? However, this recessed area creates an ideal collection point for perspiration, sloughed skin cells, soap residue, and clothing fibers. Without regular cleaning, it transforms into a perfect harbor for potentially harmful bacteria and fungal organisms. In certain cases, what begins as mild irritation can progress into a condition called omphalitis. Though this infection appears more commonly in infants, healthcare providers increasingly observe it among elderly patients, particularly those managing diabetes or experiencing immune system challenges. Bacteria flourish in the dark, moist, and warm navel environment, gradually causing redness, unpleasant odor, or discharge. What makes this particularly concerning is the subtlety of early symptoms. Many seniors don't notice discomfort until the infection has substantially progressed. At that stage, the healing process typically takes significantly longer than it would have decades earlier, when cellular regeneration occurred more efficiently. In more severe instances, hardened buildup known as navel stones can develop, small, dark, malodorous masses that often require professional medical removal. Yet preventing these issues simply requires developing a straightforward habit. During daily bathing, use a fingertip wrapped with a soft washcloth or cotton-tipped applicator to gently cleanse inside the navel using warm water and mild soap. Equally important is thoroughly drying the area afterward, as any remaining moisture creates ideal conditions for microbial growth. This attention becomes particularly important if you've undergone abdominal surgery or have developed skin folds in the surrounding area. Maintaining proper navel hygiene represents more than basic cleanliness, it's preventative healthcare, especially as immune system function naturally evolves with advancing age. Treat this small, hidden area with appropriate care and attention. Sometimes the body parts we least frequently observe require the most vigilant maintenance for optimal health. The underbreast area, hidden but critical for many older women and some men as well, the skin beneath the breasts often becomes one of the most easily irritated yet frequently overlooked body regions. This area demands regular attention, particularly as we age and body contours naturally change. This skin fold, typically warm and insufficiently ventilated, becomes a prime location for bacterial and fungal proliferation without daily cleansing and thorough drying. The skin here is particularly thin and delicate, frequently covered by clothing and undergarments that trap moisture and significantly reduce airflow. Over time, these conditions create an ideal environment for intertrigo, a red, inflamed skin condition caused by friction, persistent moisture, and opportunistic infection. Initial symptoms might include mild itching or redness, but if untreated, it can progress to painful sores, open wounds, or persistent fungal infections requiring extended treatment protocols. Women who have undergone breast surgery, experienced significant weight fluctuations, or natural tissue changes over the years face increased vulnerability to these complications. Because the underbreast area isn't easily visible during routine mirror checks, problems frequently remain undetected until they become advanced and more difficult to treat. A common misconception among older adults is that water cascading over this area during showering provides adequate cleansing. However, this region requires intentional care. Gently lift the breast tissue, wash thoroughly using mild soap, rinse completely, and, critically important, pat completely dry afterward. Using a dedicated clean towel or soft cloth specifically for this purpose can significantly reduce infection risk. For individuals particularly prone to moisture accumulation, applying unscented body powder or cornstarch after thoroughly drying can help maintain dryness without irritating sensitive skin tissues. Proper attention to this area transcends mere comfort. It's about preserving skin integrity, preventing potentially serious infections that might require weeks to heal properly, and maintaining physical confidence and independence. Neglecting this region can silently diminish your daily comfort, particularly during warmer seasons or physical activities. However, just a few mindful moments during your morning routine can dramatically improve outcomes. Even though this area remains largely unseen, remember it deserves the same level of care and respect as more visible body parts. If you're continuing to find value in these insights, please comment number 4 below to indicate your engagement. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing and activating notifications to receive all our future content. Your support enables us to continue creating valuable health resources. Now, let's move to our final critical area. The groin area. Sensitive yet essential. The groin represents one of the body's most sensitive and easily irritated regions, yet paradoxically, it's frequently among the most neglected during hygiene routines. For many older adults, this area becomes problematic not because of major hygiene failures but through accumulated small oversights that gradually lead to chronic discomfort and potential health complications. Aging naturally brings changes including looser skin, increased skin folds, and altered muscle tone. These changes create additional spaces where moisture collects, providing ideal environments for bacterial and fungal growth, which increases the likelihood of discomfort, unpleasant odors, or skin breakdown. Both men and women experience these challenges, but many hesitate to discuss them due to embarrassment or uncertainty about what constitutes normal aging changes versus potential health concerns requiring attention. The skin throughout the groin area is particularly delicate and susceptible to friction damage. It can become easily overwhelmed by constrictive clothing, incontinence issues, or extended sedentary periods. Without proper cleansing and thorough drying, conditions like jock itch, fungal infections, or folliculitis can develop with minimal warning, beginning with slight redness or occasional itching that gradually intensifies until you're experiencing persistent pain or skin damage resistant to simple interventions. A particular concern is how rapidly infections in this region can spread to surrounding tissues. Due to proximity to lymph nodes and other critical structures, even seemingly minor skin issues can potentially escalate into more serious conditions if not promptly addressed. Once the skin's protective barrier becomes compromised, healing processes become significantly slower and more complex in aging bodies with naturally reduced cellular regeneration capacity. Daily cleansing of this area isn't optional, it's essential. However, the cleansing method matters substantially. Use comfortably warm, not hot, water, gentle unscented cleansers, and either your clean hands or an extremely soft cloth. Avoid aggressive scrubbing, harsh drying techniques, and be methodical in your approach. Clean carefully between skin folds, rinse thoroughly to remove all cleanser residue, and pat completely dry without rubbing. For those experiencing persistent moisture issues, applying a light layer of talc-free powder or appropriate barrier cream after thoroughly drying can significantly reduce irritation potential. Those managing incontinence require even more vigilant cleaning protocols, which should immediately follow any episode, regardless of severity. Don't delay until rashes or odors develop. By this point, your skin is already signaling significant distress. Maintaining proper groin hygiene improves overall comfort, mobility, and personal confidence. It enables unrestricted movement, comfortable sleep, and reduced self-consciousness. When you prioritize daily care for this sensitive region, you're doing more than maintaining cleanliness. You're protecting one of your body's most vulnerable areas from potential breakdown, infection, and long-term consequences. If you've continued reading this far and find these insights valuable, please comment number 5 below to indicate your engagement. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing and activating notifications for future content. Your support enables us to continue creating educational resources for healthier aging. Now, let's conclude with some important final thoughts. Final thoughts: small habits, significant impact. When considering strategies for aging successfully, it's often the smallest daily habits that ultimately create the most profound differences in long-term outcomes. While daily hygiene practices might not immediately appear to significantly impact longevity, as we've explored today, how you care for your body, particularly these frequently overlooked areas, plays a substantial role in your ongoing health, comfort level, and potentially your lifespan. Which of these 5 critical areas surprised you most? Was there one you hadn't previously considered important until now? The reality is that wisdom in our later years involves more than accumulating major life lessons. It includes recognizing subtle details, establishing consistent beneficial routines, attending to your body's signals, and embracing daily opportunities to protect your health through intentional self-care practices. If you've read this entire article, I hope it provided more than just a hygiene checklist. I hope it fostered deeper appreciation for your remarkable body and renewed commitment to caring for it mindfully and respectfully. These practices aren't merely about removing surface impurities. They're about preserving the extraordinary vessel that carries you through this beautiful, continuously unfolding life journey. Thank you for investing your time in this important information today. We'd greatly value hearing your perspective. Please comment below sharing one insight you gained and how you plan to implement it in your daily routine. Your thoughts matter tremendously to us, so please share them freely. Reading your comments provides meaningful motivation and encouragement for our team. If you found this content helpful and informative, please support our efforts by liking, subscribing, and sharing with others who might benefit. Your engagement enables us to continue creating quality health resources that inform and inspire. Thank you for your attention.